What's going on, guys? The Iron Jesse here, and welcome back to my new Marvel Funko Pop 2025 Bubblehead review. And today I'm reviewing Yelena Belova and Red Guardian that's based off of Marvel Studios' Thunderbolts. So these are the other two new characters from the brand new wave from the film itself. And I also got these two off of Amazon last month. And Yelena costs like $11 and Red Guardian costs like $12 here in North America and around the world for the lineup. So without further ado, let's go ahead and take a look at Yelena first, and then we'll take a look at Red Guardian. So here is Yelena, and I gotta say, this is a pretty awesome bobblehead in my opinion. So this is my second Yelena Belova bobblehead that I have in my collection, because the first one that I got was the Black Widow movie version from 2020. So honestly, I love the brand new suit because this has to be my most favorite version of Yelena. I still love her Black Widow movie suits and also the Hawkeye suits from 2021. But this one is pretty great. So I honestly love the Florence Pugh likeness in that Funko design for her. And they really nailed the blonde hair design, since I love like the bit of the roots that are shown on top of her head, which is a nice touch. And we have that nice blonde hair color scheme, which is a outstanding design, and it is accurate to the way it is in the film. And the face is pretty good since they nail Florence's likeness for the character itself with the eyebrows, the eyelashes, and all that looks just pretty great. And the torso is nice, and I honestly love the pose for her, since I love how she is like activating her widow bite or putting her glove on or something like that, but it looks good. So I love the design for the torso. We have some like gunmetal gray designs for both of the widow bites for both of her left to right wrist, which you can see. And we have like that silver dark gray or gunmetal gray design on that left shoulder pad on her left arm, which is a cool touch. And I love the belt design. We have that Black Widow well, that's a symbol is what I meant to say. I was about to say silver, but symbol is what I meant to say. I meant to say symbol. So yeah, this is like that chrome design for the logo itself for that center part of her belt. And we have like the silver or gunmetal gray lining parts for the left to right side of her belt. And I love the design for her legs with that nice knee pads in that like dark green color for her, since I thought the suit was black in the movie, but it was in that dark green color scheme. And I love the design for her boots with the black color scheme and even the laces for her. And she does come with that see-through stand for her, but it is like in that different look, but just in case to like help her stand her up, since I'm glad they gave her a stand, which I didn't notice that until now while I was unboxing the figure last month along with her and Bucky. But still, I'm glad they gave her the stand just in case to help her stand her up properly. So take a look at the top part of the character. This is what the top part of her head looks like with the hair design, which is a nice touch. Take a look at the left side of her. We have the left side of her head with the rest of her hair, and we have two of her silver earrings on her left ear, which is a good touch. And the left side of the torso with her left leg and foot, which is pretty awesome. And we have the rest of the belt for her, which is a good touch. I love that design with that shoulder pad. And take a look at the right side of the figure. This is what the right side of her head looks like. We have the other earrings on her right ear and the rest of the blonde hair, which is a good touch. And I love the right side of her leg. We have her belt and her leg design, and we have that gun strap right here for her gun. That's like a little pocket, which is pretty great. And we have a bit of her gun that's showing off in that silver design. I love the right arm design with the shoulder padded, the sleeve, and the widow bite, which is a awesome look for her. And take a look at the back of her head. We have the rest of her hair, which is a good touch. And this is what her back of the torso looks like. So yeah, I love the widow blades on the back of her, which is pretty awesome in my opinion. We have the back of her legs and the torso and even the boots, which is a phenomenal design. I'm just a fan of it. Since I love the design for Yelena, which is a awesome touch. And we have the stand itself, and it is attached to those like pegs, which is a nice touch. I love the design for the stand. So we have the top part and the bottom part. This is like the same design for the other ones, but with the two pegs, and sometimes I collect the ones that has one peg. And we have these two holes on the bottom part of her feet, since if you guys don't know how you can attach them, let me see if I can. And there you go. Yeah, that is a piece of cake as usual. Their heads bobble just like so. And honestly, this is a pretty awesome Yelena bobblehead, since I love how detailed the figure really is. She does look pretty great, and she does look very accurate to the way she is in the film, since they totally know the design for her, since I do love the design for her outfit, the face and the hair, and even the pose for her looks pretty good for the way it is. Since I honestly love this version of Yelena, she is pretty great. And I totally love the design for the character, since they totally nailed her. So that is it for Yelena. Now let's move on to here's the Red Guardian. And I honestly love how this figure turns out. They really know the design for him, because that is what he looks like in the film. So honestly, like I said before, I have the Black Widow version, which is the first Red Guardian bobblehead I have in my collection, but I no longer have it on display, since I put that version up in one of my bins in my new room. So anyways, this is my second Red Guardian bobblehead I have in my collection. So let's go ahead and take a look at him. So I honestly love the head sculpt for him, since I love the design for his helmet with that silver star on his forehead, and we have those silver circles, like those small little circles on the left and right side of the helmet, and we have the little scratches on it. So yeah, that does look pretty great. We have some scratches over here, over here, over here, and over here. Unlike the center part of his head, the left and right side of his head, and just about on the right, which you can see over here. And I love the design for his beard with the dark brown and a little bit of gray. For instance, that is accurate to the way it is in the film, since they really nailed the character. Since I honestly love how detailed he is. Well, they always make their bobbleheads incredibly detailed. I gotta give Funko a lot of credit for making their bobbleheads incredibly detailed. But anyways, take a look at the torso. I honestly love the pose for him, since I love how they made him clench both of his fists for the left and right side of his hands to get ready to fight the void. So yeah, that is pretty awesome. So I love the design for the torso with the silver star, and even like that tan lining texture on the left and right side of the chest plate for the body itself. We have those straps on the left and right side of the torso. We have the shoulder pad designs for the outfit, and we have his belt. We have that like gunmetal gray design for that part of the belt. We have those tan pockets on the left and right side of the suit. And I love his arms with the clenching fist design for the gloves. I love how detailed the gloves are. They are very phenomenal to me, in my opinion. So I love the leggings for him with the red and the tan, and also like the black design for the boots. So yeah, I just love the design for the figure with the silver detailing for the left and right side of the leg. So yeah, that does look pretty good on him. And take a look at the top part of the helmet for him. We have the rest of those small little silver circles on the left and right side of the helmet, and we have the nice leathering detailing for the helmet, which is pretty cool. So take a look at the left side of the character. We have the left side of his head, and yeah, we have the rest of those circles in that nice angle, which is pretty awesome. And we had that like square pattern look for the side of the helmet, which is pretty good. We have his ears sticking out, his left ear, the side of his beard, and we have the straps for the helmet, which is good. Now take a look at the left side of the torso. We have his left arm in that bending look, and we have the rest of the tan pocket, which is awesome. And we had the left side of his left leg, which is a pretty good detailing, and the straps for the knee pads for him. And yeah, that does look pretty good on him. And take a look at the right side. We have like the same design for the right side of his head with the ear, the square patterns, and even the rest of the detailing, and even the strap for him. We have the other side of the right arm with the bending detailing, and also the fist with his glove. I love the other pockets for him, and even the rest of the detailing for his right leg. That is like the same detailing as the left side. And take a look at the back of him. This is what the back of his head looks like with the back of the helmet. And we have a bit of his hair sticking out the bottom, and we have the rest of the straps on the back of the helmet, and we have the rest of the small circles for him, which is good. And we have the back of the torso. It looks awesome. I love the detailing for the belt and even the rest of the torso. We have the bit of the left to right part of the shoulder pads for him, and we have the back of the legs with the silver bits, and everything else just looks good on him. And as usual, their heads bubble like so. And yeah, this has to be like the best Red Guardian figure that I own in my collection, because I honestly love the new one way better than the Black Widow movie suits from that film, but I honestly love both of them, but it's hard to pick which one is the best suit. Well, maybe the new suit from the Thunderbolts film, which is this one that we're looking at right now, is just good. So it would be nice if they gave him like his guns, but it would be cool if he had his shield in the movie, because I would love to see that happening. Well, hopefully that will happen next year in Doomsday, because I wanted to see his shield come to life in the MCU projects, but at least they did in What If Season 3, but still just in general. But at least this is a really awesome figure, and I'm so glad I have him in my collection. So that is it for him and Yelena. Now let's move on to the final. Overall, these are pretty awesome figures, and I'm so glad I got them in my collection. So this is the second time that I have Red Guardian and Yelena in my collection, because I have their Black Widow movie suits back in the past, which is back in 2020 in my teen years. I still have those versions, but I no longer displayed them on my new shelf because I put them up in my bin. Well, one of my bins in my new room. So yeah, I just want to like display their new Thunderbolt suits for my shelf, since they look pretty awesome, since I love the design for Yelena, since they really know the pose for her, since I love how she's activating her Widow Bite or putting on her glove or something like that, or maybe one of them. But I love the design for her suit, since honestly I thought her suit was going to be black in the movie, but it was green the whole time. But I honestly love the look for her blonde hair, since I love the design for like those roots on the front part of her face, like the front part of her head, and even on the left side of the head for the character, which is pretty good. And I love how they gave her a stand just in case to like help her stand up properly, since that is pretty nice. And we had that different design for that see-through stand, since I thought it was gonna be like that one peg that I still have for the other characters, but it's two pegs to attach to her feet. Well, both of her feet is what I meant to say. And I love the widow blades on her back for the torso, and I love that gun sticking on the right side of her leg is what I meant to say. And yeah, the detailing for the character is pretty nice. And Red Guardian is really great. I wish they gave him like some of his guns. And like I said, it would have been cool if he had his shield in the film. And I want to see that happening, like I said, in Doomsday next year. Hopefully that will happen in Doomsday next winter. But anyways, I still love the design for Red Guardian. They really know his helmet. The facial expression is pretty great. The torso looks good, and everything else on him looks nice. I love the design for his arms, legs, and even the design for his front of the torso and even the back of the torso. So yeah, it looks good. And I love the tan pockets on the left and right side of the character. It looks great. It is accurate to the way it is in the movie, and I honestly love the design for him. And I love the boot detailing for Yelena. They totally crushed it, since they always make their bobbleheads incredibly detailed, since I am a fan of that, since I still love how Funko is still doing that. Well, it's a part of it. But yeah, I love the design for both of these characters. The poses for them are pretty great, since I honestly love Yelena's pose. And even Red Guardian, since he is clenching both of his fists, since that is pretty awesome. So yeah, I just love the design for these characters. I'm so glad I got them in my collection. So yeah, I just love the cool looks for these characters. I'm glad we get to see them in the movie again. I honestly enjoyed the Thunderbolts film, like I said before, since I had a fun time with it, and I still remember how good it was. But yeah, I love the design for the characters. Like I said, the posing for them is pretty great. And yeah, I'm just glad I got them, and they are so freaking awesome to me, in my opinion. So I don't have anything else to say about them, but that is all I've got so far right here. So that is it for now. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Hit that notification bell, the C button, and don't forget to Hulk smash that comment section down below. And tell me in the comments what you guys think about these figures for the lineup. I'll see you later.